There's a spice in your kitchen right now that works on pains the exact same way ibuprofen does, and the science is not even debatable. That spice is cloves. And before you scroll, understand this. Most people know cloves from their kitchen. What they do not know is that cloves is one of the most biochemically powerful plants in this planet. And we are going to get into exactly why. It starts with one compound, eugenol, which makes up to 90% of clove oil. And this compound, it does something very specific in the body. It blocks COX-2 enzymes, and you don't need to bother yourself about what's coxing or not. All you need to know is that this is the exact biological pathway that painkillers like ibuprofen and aspirin uses to kill pain and fight inflammation. Not similar, the exact same mechanism. But eugenol doesn't stop there. It also blocks sodium channels in your nerve endings. And do you also know what blocks sodium channels? You have Novocaine, lidocaine, and other anesthesias. And this is simply the reason why dentists packed clove oil directly into cavities for over 2,000 years before modern dentistry existed. And this is also the reason why zinc oxide eugenol is still used in dental procedures today. They never actually stopped using it, they just stopped telling you about it. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Cloves are also packed with tannins, which are astringent compounds. Now, forget their name. What does it do? They physically constrict and tighten tissues, which is why they are very effective for bleeding gums, mouth ulcers, and wounds generally. The tissues tighten, the bleeding slows down, and this is not folklore. It's just tannins doing what they are meant to do. Then there is beta-carotene, which is basically another compound in cloves that binds to the CB2 receptor. And this is the same receptor that cannabis targets for inflammation. Please, I'm not saying cloves is canal. Before someone smokes clove and runs mad, and now it's fanfies, I beg you. But basically, when you take cloves and you feel that relief, you should know there are multiple compounds working through multiple pathways. Just as nature does not send one soldier, it sends an army. Then for people with blood sugar issues, cloves has something for you too, as its compounds are able to mimic insulin, and not just that, they also help the cells respond better to insulin. And I kid you not, this is not a small thing, as insulin resistance is the bedrock of type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, and some other metabolic diseases. Something as simple as adding cloves consistently to your diet has a measurable effect on your blood sugar. You are welcome. And for the gut, cloves stimulate digestive enzymes, reduce gas and bloating, and their antimicrobial properties, and yes, they have that too, actively fight the bad bacteria in your digestive tract without affecting your normal flora the way antibiotics do. For respiratory issues, and I know one pharmacist is likely looking at me with a bombastic side eye. No be me do am more. Now God and science prove am. Cloves act as a natural expectorant, loosening mucus in the airways. And the eugenol in cloves, that sharp guy we spoke about the other time, it reduces inflammation in the throat lining, which is why clove tea has been used for sore throats and dry cough across every continent it has ever grown. Let's go over how to use it properly. For tooth pain or mouth infection, you want to dab a small amount of clove oil and apply it directly to the affected parts with a cotton bud. And I can assure you, if you're using original clove oil, you will feel numbness in minutes. And yes, that's eugenol blocking your nerve endings in real time. For pain and inflammation internally, that is for people who used to have pain all the time, you need to try clove tea. And how do you use it? Just take 2 or 3 cloves and steep in hot water for about 10 minutes. You can add ginger, you can add honey, and just take that. Of course, you need to take it a couple of times, maybe like twice, thrice, but just try it and it will definitely work. For blood sugar support and digestion, you need grinded cloves, and all you need to do is add small amounts to your food. Or you can also make tea early in the morning before you eat anything, because that is when your insulin sensitivity is most receptive. For respiratory issues and sore throat, yes, clove tea again, but there's something you will do differently here. You want to inhale the steam of the clove tea before you drink it. By doing that, you are getting the eugenol both into your airways and your bloodstream simultaneously. So that will be all about cloves today. If you know of any other way they use cloves that was not mentioned in this video, you can do well to include that in the comment section so others can learn as well. Don't forget to follow, like, and share. And as always, stick around so you don't miss out.